Okay, let's jump right into it. Welcome back to the Explainer. Today, we are completely demystifying coding. We're going to take you from staring at a blank, kind of intimidating screen to actually running your very first Java program. So whether you've literally just installed Java and you're itching to take that first step, or maybe you're just brushing up on the fundamentals, the goal today is to make this whole process incredibly straightforward. We're going to build this together, from scratch. Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll start with a welcome to Java, then we'll write your first code, really understand what that code means, compile and run it, and finally, go over how to avoid those pesky common mistakes.
All right, Section 1. Welcome to Java. Why exactly should we learn this language?
Well, when you write in Java, you absolutely aren't just typing random words into some text editor. You are learning the exact same language used by actual industry titans to command massive global systems. I mean, Java is literally everywhere. It powers web applications, mobile apps, desktop software, the whole shebang. We're talking about the bedrock language relied on by giants like Google, Amazon, and Netflix. By learning this, you're stepping into a massive ecosystem that is just incredibly powerful. So what is it? At its absolute core, if we just strip away all the technical jargon for a second, Java is simply a reliable way to give your computer specific instructions to solve problems. It acts as a bridge. See, the computer only really understands machine code, right? Which is basically unreadable to us. So Java provides this nice, human-readable structure that we can use to pass along our commands.
Moving right along to Section 2, writing your first code. Let's get your environment set up. The process starts super simply, right on your desktop. Go ahead and right-click to create a brand new file. But wait, pay super close attention to Step 2 here, because this is absolutely crucial. Your file name must perfectly match the class name we're about to type. So you need to name this file exactly HelloWorld.java. That's with a capital H and a capital W, no spaces. And that .java extension at the end, that's exactly what tells your system what kind of file it's even looking at. All right, go ahead and open up that file and type out this exact code. Now, look, I completely get it. It probably looks like a totally random assortment of words and brackets right now, but stick with me. Make sure every single curly brace, parentheses, and capitalized letter is identical. Once you've got that typed out and hit save, well, you've officially written your first Java program. But let's figure out what it actually means. Section 3, understanding your code. We're going to break down the syntax line by line. Let's look at the very first line. Public class hello world. This is your class name. Think of a class kind of like the outermost container, or maybe like the physical building where all of your program's instructions are going to live. A fundamental rule of Java for sure is that every single program has to be securely contained inside a class. And hey, remember how we specifically named our file? This is exactly where that connection happens. The class name and the file name simply must be identical. Now, zooming in a bit, we hit public static void main string args. I know, it's a mouthful, but this is known as the main method. And this actually brilliantly illustrates how a computer reads. The main method is basically the starting pistol. It tells the system precisely where to begin running the code. When Java looks at your file, it's actively hunting for this exact line, so it knows exactly where the action is supposed to kick off. And finally, we drill down to the specific action nestled right inside that main method, system.out.println hello world. This right here is your print statement. It's the explicit command telling the computer, hey, push the words hello world out onto the screen so human eyes can see it. Everything else we just talked about, that was just setting the stage. This is the actual performance. All right, Section 4, compiling and running. It's time to bring your code to life. Okay, follow this step-by-step checklist. First up, open your command prompt. Next, you need to navigate to your file location. So if you saved it on your desktop, you just type cd desktop. Then comes the actual magic. Step 3 is compiling the program by typing javac HelloWorld.java. This is a really crucial step because it literally translates your human-readable text into a .class file that the machine can actually execute. And finally, for step 4, you actually run the program by typing java hello world. And if you followed those steps perfectly, boom, your command prompt is going to output those two magical words, hello world. Seeing what pop up on your screen, man, that is the universal rite of passage for every single new programmer out there. It absolutely proves that your bridge is built and you are successfully talking directly to your machine. How cool is that? Now, before we celebrate too much, Section 5, Avoiding Common Mistakes. Let's talk about keeping your code bug-free.
Look, if your code doesn't run and it throws an angry error at you instead, don't panic. Just consult this uh-oh list. First, verify that your file name perfectly matches your class name. Next, hunt down any missing semicolons. They're basically like periods at the end of a sentence, right? And forgetting even one will completely break the code. Double check for any sneaky typos in the class name or your commands. And, finally, if the command prompt just doesn't recognize your commands at all, make sure Java is actually installed properly on your computer. It happens more often than you think.
So you've conquered the static hello world, and honestly, that is a massive first step. But it kind of leaves us wondering something, doesn't it? Right now, our program just prints the exact same sentence every single time. So how do we give our programs memory? How do we handle real-world, constantly changing information next time? Well, to do that, we're going to have to dive into variables and data types, which is absolutely our next major milestone. But until then, go ahead and experiment with your code. Change what it prints, break it, fix it, and just have fun building. See you next time.